Force Battlers Captain Rex. I have actually been looking for this particular toy for quite some time, and this will be a very interesting clone corner because it's not like a normal clone toy. It's Force Battlers Captain Rex. And for whatever reason, I felt like it was worthy enough of its own clone corner. Probably just because I've wanted it for so long. I did have Force Battlers General Grievous for a little bit, and it was kind of fun, but it just didn't really fit in with what I wanted in my toy collection. Because when it comes to like weird, wacko Star Wars toys, if I have any, I like it if they're a clone trooper thing. So I got rid of the Rex in the hopes to find this, or I got rid of the Grievous in the hopes to find this Rex, and thankfully I did. Yeah, it's really fun. Pretty much around 2010 or so, circa 2010, for the Clone Wars line, they had Force Battlers. And Force Battlers is actually something that originates from the Revenge of the Sith toy line. And I did a short of the Force Battlers clone I have that was like still in the box, and I still have that one. I don't have one opened up. But I have this Captain Rex because he goes pew pew, and he goes talk talk.
We could use a Jedi about now.
And he goes talk talk.
Activate the guns. Copy that, sir.
It's just so cool. Having a Captain Rex toy that has, like, D. Bradley Baker and then not Hayden Christensen. It'd be great if it was Hayden. Just Clone Wars Anakin. You know, it's nice having those voice lines. They did actually make an Anakin Skywalker, so I wonder if the Anakin has, like, Captain Rex voice lines, too. Because, I'm not the biggest fan of the Clone Wars voice actors over the Revenge of the Sith actors, but still having toys that actually do have, like, D. Bradley Baker and Matt Lanter, it's cool. It's cool to still have it. But yeah, it's a pretty big figure. I don't know if you've picked up on that yet. It is pretty big. It's actually so big, it's kind of difficult to, like, show it all in frame, but it's big. How big? Here is a Black Series Captain Rex next to it. So it's not really like exactly a 12-inch figure, but it's more like a 10-inch figure. So you can see it's pretty big. And here it is with a 3 3/4-inch Captain Rex. There we go. Also, this gives me an excuse to show this on camera again because it's really nice. But yeah, there's some Captain Rex comparison right there. It is actually kind of cool. Both these came out around the same time. This, to me, is the definitive Phase 1 Captain Rex. I think it's Clone Wars 62. I usually don't remember the numbers of, like, figures that come out, but I remember this one because it took me forever to find it. I'm pretty sure it's Clone Wars 62. But it's kind of like on an updated stone mold that actually has a bit more articulation than stone does. Because he actually has, like, some outward hips. And he's got, like, a more accurate sculpt to the show. It's a really cool one. I really hope we get a Hot Toys of Phase 1 Captain Rex from Ahsoka. That would be really cool. But yeah, what does this toy do? Well, it articulates a little bit. So he's got, like, a ball joint at the head. He's got universal shoulders, which is pretty nice. But, of course, the pauldron's going to limit it a little bit. He's very clicky. He's a very nice, firm, clicky toy. And they actually did make Transformers toys, pretty comparable to this, around the same time. So this is kind of something that Hasbro just did, where they made, like, big, clicky toys and made lights and sounds. So it is kind of cool that they did, like, a clone trooper in this style, too. He has swivels at the biceps. He's got elbow joints. He has wrist swivels, or at least this wrist swivels. This gun, I don't know if you've noticed, number one, it's very oversized, and number two, it's, like, permanently attached to his hand. Because it kind of has, some lights and sounds going on. He does have a waist swivel, but it is kind of limited because of the wiring, and I do appreciate they did limit the articulation, but you do have it. And you get knee swivel, oddly enough, and you can see because of, like, the electronics and all that, the batteries are in the skirt, so he doesn't really have legs. It's kind of like a bulk right there. It's just a bulk. But still, for the kind of...
Objective completed.
I keep hitting that. But for the kind of toy it is, it's understandable. So it does have, like, an on mode, an off mode, and a try-me mode. Try-me mode pretty much just has less phrases, because that's just how it was. Because in the store, it was an open box style package, and you could just, hit the gun all you wanted. So let's go over some of the noises, I guess, because it's the kind of toy that makes those kind of noises. So the gun is my favorite feature, because when you press it, it has a light, and you can kind of see it's almost like a pseudo blast coming out of the front. I just think that's so cool. So pretty much you can just keep shooting, but if you want to shoot it really fast, it kind of overheats, which is kind of fun. Like, it kind of takes a little break and it won't just blast. I think they intentionally did that so you couldn't endlessly annoy your parents and your siblings, which I do appreciate, but still would have been fun to just do this forever. But it's whatever. So he does have the belt button, which these are just the phrases that Captain Rex himself says.
The mission always comes first, sir.
And I think a lot of these are from the show.
You heard the General. Move it! The name's Rex, but you'll call me Captain or Sir.
I'm very happy that one's in there. That's my favorite Rex quote.
You're exactly the kind of men I need in the 501st. Get ready to turn those clankers into scrap metal! Keep fighting! We could use a Jedi about now. The mission always comes first, sir. You heard the General. Move it! The name's Rex, but you'll call me Captain or Sir.
And I think that's pretty much it. I think it just kind of cycles through.
You're exactly the kind of men I need in the 501st.
That's really cool. And then obviously he has his wrist communicator so he can talk to Anakin or whoever.
Activate the guns! Copy that, sir. Great job, General Skywalker. Explosives are in place, sir. Objective completed. Activate the guns! Copy that, sir. Great job, General Skywalker.
And I think that's pretty much all that says. So you can see he's got a
Objective
pretty decent
completed.
amount of voice lines. And I think I really wish I had this growing up. I really do. I think as a kid I would have just had so much fun just mostly doing this. And it's just such a cool, fun Captain Rex toy. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a toy collector. And I'm not just an action figure guy. I love toys. And when it comes to clone troopers, you know, after a while just getting the same action figures over and over, like, here's the millionth AliExpress repaint of the Phase 2 clone trooper. Whoop-de-doo! Like, it's still cool, but this was very refreshing for me to get. It was, and especially the nostalgia of it being a Phase 1 Captain Rex from the Clone Wars. Like, just look at that sculpt. Look at that head sculpt. That is Captain Rex. That is outstanding. Sure, the proportions are a little toyetic, but it's a toy. That's the point. It's a toy. And one extra feature for those that stuck around till the end of the video, you can move the rangefinder. That's so cool. They didn't have to do that, but they did. You can actually move his rangefinder. I think that's just so neat. So there we go, guys. There is the Force Battlers Captain Rex. A really fun toy from a bygone era where Hasbro actually cared about making fun toys for kids. Because nowadays, they would probably just make a Grogu instead. I don't know. This is back when Hasbro actually still knew that kids loved clone troopers. This is so fun. It really is. It is honestly one of my favorite clone trooper pieces in my collection. It's just so fun. It's just so Clone Wars. You know, I look at this and it's like, yes, this is straight out of 2010. I love it. I wish they had repainted it or at least done a Cody. I don't know. Because the whole line was literally Grievous, Anakin, and Captain Rex. That was the line. And I can understand. It's just a line of toys that talk and they're big and chunky. But it would have been nice to at least get, you know, maybe a Cody and an Obi-Wan. Maybe a battle droid would have been cool to go with Grievous. But still, it's a fun line at the end of the day, and I really enjoy it. And this is definitely, like I said, one of my favorite Clone Trooper figures in my collection, just because it's fun.
Get ready to turn those clankers into scrap metal!
I love it. Absolutely love it. Alrighty, guys, there we go. I've talked about this thing pretty much as long as I can. It's a pretty simple toy. Let me know what you think about it. I really love it. Let me know if it's something you've even known about before. Because sometimes I talk about weird toys like this and people haven't even seen it. So let me know. Let me know down in the comments. I'm really happy I finally found this guy in good condition, new and complete. I have seen this around like at flea markets and everything in the past, but either it's too expensive or it's in horrible condition and too expensive for its condition. So I found it at a comic shop for $20 in the box, and I was like, just give it to me. Alrighty, guys, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Special shout out to channel members as always as well. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.